Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for supporting our channel and thank you for choosing this show. Ladies and gentlemen, the very untimely, unfortunate, and the mysterious death of the young Albert Ojwang from Homa Bay has really opened a Pandora's box in the police department because there is an attempt to shield certain big fishes and sacrifice the small fishes. But now it is coming out very clearly that the small fishes have refused to be sacrificed. The perpetrators, both those who mastermind and those who tortured this young man to death, will live to regret because the blood of Albert Ojwang has refused to rest. As we speak now, the DCI and the OCS of the Central Police Station are already fighting and they are pointing accusing fingers at each other. And with this, I can assure you that they are going to let the cat out of the bag. They are trying to sacrifice the OCS, Mr. Samson Talam. And the OCS is saying, no. And I want to tell you how this is going to help Kenyans unravel the truth. And I will also show you how the Inspector General Douglas Kanja is in a tight corner between a rock and a hard place because he knows very well that there is a possibility he was not part and parcel of this scheme. But as the police boss, he is now being coerced to shield the big fishes. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to look at that. But before this, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very hectic 2 days for me because yesterday I took our young boy to school, Thika High School, and we were returned back. We were told zero balance or nothing. Kindly listen to what happened. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm finally here at Thika High School. Remember, we've been doing some fundraising for our little boy here, Franklin, who is a Form 2 student here in this school. So we managed to raise 22,000 Kenya shillings, and I thought badala ya kai nyumbani tukuje tupeane hiyo pesa tukiendelea kusanya zingine. Unfortunately, they are very strict. As you can see, that is the hapo ndio kwa security watchman there. Aupiti hapo bila kumaliza. It is zero balance. You can see there are some wazazi there, they are also stranded there. So nimefika hapo nikaambiwa hiyo pesa 22,000 weka hapa, rudi nyumbani utafute. I had some people who had promised, wakasema peleka tu mtoto shule by kesho tutaona kama tutaongeza kitu. Nimesema hivyo hapa nikaambiwa enda waambie wamalizie. So guys, we are really stranded here in school. I'm going back with him. What I've decided, I don't want to pay that 22,000 Kenya shillings because unalipa na bado unarudi na mtoto. So that is how unfortunate things are here. Mtoto hata karibu analia because alikuwa amejua finally we have really pleaded. Na imagine hata sijakutana na mwalimu mkuu, hakuna kupita. Unaona hakuna kupita hapo kwa Soja ndio unamalizana na yeye hapo. Kwanza akona jina ya mtoto, admission number na school fees. So anaangalia. Hata ukiangalia wazazi wengine wamelipa na shule imesema ni zero balance. Hata kama uko na balance ya 20 shillings haukubaliwi kuingia. So guys, sijamani hata kuingia hapo, but tuko hapa, so I'm going back na mtoto. Naenda na mtoto tafadhali. We are still pleading. The balance is 25,000 Kenya shillings. That is why mtoto haizi na ingia hapo. Na imagine tumeambiwa already, I don't know, cuts are going on. They are about to begin the exam. And even in the next 3 weeks, they are going to come back for midterm. Things are just tough on us. And I'm coming back to you. Please help me get this money. Imagine tunarudi kwa nyumba. Hatujui next itakuwa ni lini tutarudi. Mtoto ako disappointed. Walimu wamekataa. Na waomba, please help me raise this 25,000 shillings so that we will be back here I think tomorrow. Ukinipatia hiyo pesa tafadhali. That is my plea na ninaamini hamtaniacha. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, we collected 22,000 Kenya shillings, and I decided that we take him to school. And as you've seen, it was zero balance or nothing. So we tried to negotiate with them, but they refused. So finally, I obliged and paid the amount that we had collected. We had collected 22,000 Kenya shillings, but because of certain logistics, transport here and there, we paid 21,000 Kenya shillings. As you can see there, that is the receipt. We paid 21,000 Kenya shillings, and the balance is 25,369. The 21,000 Kenya shillings is on the right hand side. Then the balance, that is the official receipt that you're given once you paid. You can also confirm it from this other one that gives you the balance and what has been paid. This other one will give you how much has been accumulated over the years and term 1 and term 2. So we paid that 21,000 Kenya shillings, but we came back with the boy. Now people responded because we only needed 25,000 Kenya shillings so that he can go back. Currently, we have 20,000. So we only need 5,000 Kenya shillings to ensure that he goes back to school. Kindly send something at account 50 shillings to part of your balance. Thank you very much for your support. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have tried to catch up with what has been happening the whole day. And the DCI and the representatives from the IPOA and the IG was summoned to the Senate. And each of them gave their report. Now, if there is one person whom I would really wish should be sacked forthwith is Murkomen. Now, I've gotten certain, clips of Murkomen, but there is this one that really shocked me. That when Murkomen got a chance to address the Senate, he started by the usual narrative that, these days there are no bodies that are killed and dumped in River Yala, that there are no extrajudicial killings. These people, these days people have got a right and they can speak. I want you to listen to Murkomen and tell me what you think about this speech.
So, Speaker, when we came to office, even though I was not a cabinet secretary, Mr. Speaker, the president gave directions to the country during campaign and after we came to office that he does not want to see extrajudicial killing. He doesn't want to see bodies in River Yala. He doesn't want to see bodies in River Tana. He doesn't want to see bodies in Abadeas of people who have been abducted and killed. Mr. Speaker, we may not have exterminated completely these criminals who are doing these acts. But, Mr. Speaker, I can tell you there is no systematic or planned such acts in government. And, Mr. Speaker, there is not by accident that as this administration came to office, there are no bodies that are found in River Yala or River Tana, Mr. Speaker. Why? Because we took a stand position, Mr. Speaker, and will continue in that direction. And, Mr. Speaker, I am glad that now we enjoy this level of democracy and freedom to speak. Even those who presided over the ministry when bodies were floating in River Yala, Mr. Speaker, now have the freedom to call us into order. And, Mr. Speaker, it is because they know this is a government that is responsive to the things that the people of Kenya are asking for. And I want to assure the nation that I am the same Kipchumba who was a valiant soldier in this house. I will use the same vigor, Mr. Speaker, to exterminate all kinds of, Mr. Speaker, criminal activities within the police. And the police know.
Murkomen has the audacity of telling us that there is peace, people are not being killed in the country. If people who used to, even draw caricatures of William Ruto were kidnapped, people like Kibol, even the boy whose case took him to send to the Senate was actually murdered because he was a social media influencer. So he's telling us that Kenya is safe, that people are not being killed. Gen Zs were killed. What is Murkomen talking about? And I feel Murkomen, these are the people who, Murkomen is a lawyer. I think he needs to go back to lectures. I think it was a lecture or something. Then, ladies and gentlemen, there is a big fight now. The DCI is trying to protect his people. Currently, as we speak, there are questions about the DCI officers who went and picked Albert Ojwang from their home where they were having some meal with a newly wedded wife or newly married wife. We don't know their whereabouts. And now the DCI is only but, pointing accusing fingers to Samson Talam, who is the OCS, Nairobi Central Police Station. And he's saying that the OCS is a prime suspect. And according to him, he's saying that when Ojwang traveled all the way from Homa Bay, he arrived safely at the Central Police Station, and Mr. Talam is the one who booked him, and so he should be accountable for the death. Listen to this.
It has further been confirmed that before the booking, the report office personnel called the OCS. And it's unfortunate it is being said that Talam, Honorable Speaker, is the OCS and not the OSPD. That he declined to book the suspect. Talam is the officer commanding Central Police Station. And from the totality of things, he should be treated as a prime suspect in the matter.
Now, Mr. Talam has also decided that I'm not going down alone. I'm not going to be sacrificed so that you can protect the image of certain people. And Samson Talam is now saying, I was not on duty. And the controversy has started. Having said that he was not on duty, we are now being told that he was contacted. So he's saying he was called after Albert Ojwang had been booked. And when he came in, he found out that he was already tortured. He was in a very serious condition, and they took him to the hospital. According to him, he's now accusing the DCI officers, and he feels Albert was tortured on his way to Nairobi, and that he was just given a man who was almost on his deathbed.
Mtazamaji, nikirudia taarifa hapo awali ni kwamba maafisa polisi wa kituo cha polisi cha Central jijini Nairobi wameandikisha taarifa kwa mamlaka ya kuangazia utendakazi wa polisi IPOA. Maafisa hao wamejitenga na mauaji ya mwanablogu Albert Ojwang ndani ya kituo cha polisi cha Central. Na katika taarifa hiyo iliandikwa na maafisa hao na ambayo tulipata fursa ya kuiangalia ni kwamba maafisa hao wanasema kwamba wakati Albert alipofikishwa kituoni, hali yake ilikuwa mbaya mno na ilichukua juhudi zao kujaribu kuokoa maisha yake. Na kama anavyoarifu Ben Kiruini kwamba maafisa hao wamelaumu wenzao kutoka DCI kwa kifo cha Albert Ojwang.
Afisa anayeongoza kituo cha polisi cha Central, Samson Talam, amejitenga na madai yanayomhusisha na mateso na mauaji ya mwanablogu Albert Ojwang. Talam, ambaye aliandikisha taarifa katika ofisi za mamlaka ya kuangazia utendakazi wa polisi nchini IPOA siku ya Jumatano, alisisitiza kuwa aliitwa tu baada ya mshukiwa kuletwa na kuwekwa rumande. Maswali yanaendelea kuibuka kuhusu hali aliyokuwa nayo Ojwang wakati alipofikishwa na kusajiliwa katika kituo hicho cha polisi. Maafisa wengine 4 pia waliandikisha taarifa huku uchunguzi wa kifo cha Ojwang ukianza rasmi.
That the 6 officers were to report today for statement writing at the authority headquarters, and during lunchtime I've confirmed they have reported and their statements were being taken. 8 of them, including the OCS, had already taken the statements. So of the 6, the authority saw 9 more, 11 more being persons of interest who are officers who are also around in the Central Police Station.
Mamlaka ya IPOA inatarajiwa kuwasilisha ripoti kwa mkurugenzi wa mashtaka ya umma kupendekeza mashtaka yatakayokabili maafisa hao. Talam amesema kuwa hakuwa katika kituo hicho wakati marehemu alipowasilishwa na aliitwa tu pale marehemu alipoonekana hakuwa katika hali nzuri ya afya. Aidha, anasema alichukua jukumu la kumpeleka hospitalini. Talam amesema yuko tayari wakati wowote kushirikiana na IPOA ili haki itendeke. Huku hayo yakiarifiwa, maswali yanazidi kuibuka ya jukumu la maafisa 5 wa DCI wanaoripotiwa kumwendea Albert Ochieng nyumbani kwao na kumsafirisha hadi Nairobi katika kifo cha mwanablogu huyo. Shinikizo linazidi kuongezeka kwa maafisa wa juu wa polisi kujiuzulu kufuatia mateso na mauaji ya Albert Ochieng. Hata hivyo, maswali muhimu bado hayajajibiwa, ikiwa ni pamoja na mahali walipo maafisa wa polisi wanaodaiwa kumchukua Albert Ojwang nyumbani kwao. Ben Kirui, runinga ya Citizen, Nairobi.
So ladies and gentlemen, that is what we say kimeumana. As a Kenyan citizen, we need the truth. Now, the DCI and Talam are supposed to be working as a team. But now you can see we have got 2 voices. One is saying mliniletea mtu ambaye ashakufa already. Huyu mlimpiga na mimi nilimpata akiwa already ameumia. Naye ule mwingine anasema hapana, sisi tulimfikisha hapa and it was verified that he was in his right senses and in the right in stable physically. He had no injuries. And they're even saying that he called his wife to confirm that he had arrived well. So who do we trust? The truth is, ladies and gentlemen, there is foul play. Because when you see two departments already have started wrangling about a death that we need to unravel and tell us the truth, then you know there is a problem. So ladies and gentlemen, as a matter of fact, you will agree with me that if this thing was done in accordance with the law, there would have been two departments of the police accusing each other. But now when you see the OCS saying this and the DCI saying this, there seems to be a deliberate effort to shift blame game. Kenyans are already speaking and they're saying on social media that Mr. Talam should be very careful. And they're warning that we do not want to hear that Talam has also mysteriously gone missing. And so if Samson Talam is not very careful, he's going to be cleared. Because he seems to have remained adamant and is ready to speak. He's ready to spill, the beans, and these people may not like it. And Kenyans are demanding the truth. The blood of Albert is thick. People are not resting. In fact, you've seen the whole country has risen up. You've seen all the security apparatus have been, have been invited to shed light. And you've seen the way they've started their wrangles within the Kenya police. And they are trying to shield, but it is going to be very difficult. I suspect that the following will happen. One, the Deputy Inspector General Lagat will be asked to step aside for optics, to manage the anger. Then once he has stepped in, the IPOA will continue the shoddy investigations as usual, and Mr. Lagat will be brought back. There is a possibility also that the officers on duty on that day will be interdicted to save face and to shield some people. Because in Kenya, the big fishes are never fried, only the small fishes. We demand to know the truth, and I have a feeling that those who mastermind this death are regretting. They never expected that the repercussions would be so enormous like this. I don't know what to think, but that's my take.